Again, digital real estate, what is it? It has nothing to do with real estate, right? We teach you it's the best side hustle there is because it's residual passive income for life. And once you have it set up, you don't have to touch it again. And that asset you own grows in value every single year. So, how's it work? We teach you to build a website the right way so it ranks on the first page in the top spots of Google. And then as you start getting leads, the value of what you can rent that for goes up. So, we teach you a system where you can launch that your business with no money out of pocket because the person you're going to rent it to will pay for you to rank your asset. And then we put a system in where based on leads, and this all depends on the niche and the market you're in, but we put a system in that based on the number of leads you're getting, the rental fee goes up every month, but it never goes back down. So let's say you get up to 30 leads a month and you're charging them $2,500 a website. And the next month, let's say they get 10 because bad weather, let's say they install fences and you have a rainy month. Well, it doesn't go back. It always stays at that tier they're at. And then we raise it 500 a month every year. So each one of these assets you put out there continue to earn you long-term money, long-term growth. Um, Again, the business owners love it because their lifeblood are leads, right? Every business needs new leads, new customers, more business, and we can give that to them. So if you ask a business owner who doesn't have a website, we ask them three questions all the time. Why don't you have one? Do you know you need one, but you don't know how to go about it, or you think it costs too much to get one? Or three, has nobody ever explained the true purpose of a website to you? And most of them will just say, well, I know I got to have one, right? The true purpose of a website is it should be a 24/7 lead gen and sales machine. And if it's not, they're losing business to those companies that have that set up the right way. But we can look and tell right away the people who are in those top spots, we can tell them, hey, you know, your competitor in this top spot is getting 700 visits to his website a month. You're getting none because you have a website or you have one that doesn't rank on that first page of Google. So we can turn their business around and they're happy to pay us for our service. And in our course, we show you the right way to price it. There are other courses that teach you how to do this. I mean, building and ranking websites pretty much the same across the board. But our secret sauce is how do you price it the right way and then get it rented so that you become long-term partners in their growth and they stick with you long term. You know, let's say that they retire at some point. Well, you own that asset and now you can go rent it to someone else. A lot of times they'll start asking me after a month or two, hey, can I sign a long-term contract? I'm sure you can, right? But I make sure we rent it for 2 years so I get my value out of it. And then I'll put an option after 2 or 3 years they can buy it. But they're going to buy it for 2 years worth of income. So let's say I'm making 50 grand a year off that website. They're going to pay me 100 grand to buy that website. And it might sound crazy, but if they're a young company and they're going to pay me 4 grand a month to rent that website for the next 20 years or 10 years, it makes sense for them to pay me 100 grand now and buy that website from me. But again, I want to make sure I get my monthly rentals out of it for 2 or 3 years first before I'll ever let them think about buying it from me. So the rank and rent is one of the best models there is. And here's why it beats master resale rights. The master resales rights model really doesn't make much sense because every time you sell a course to someone who's going to sell a course to someone who's going to sell a course, all you're doing is creating more and more competition for yourself. And eventually that market becomes oversaturated and nobody's making money. Once you sell to your family and friends, what are you going to do from there, right? Where do you go? This you control, right? It's not a post and pray, and you have to go out and put content out every day and hope somebody sees it and hope somebody's interested and hope you get 20 people in your pipeline every day. With this, you don't have to do that, right? You control it. You control how many websites you put up, launch, and rank every month. You control what the price is, and you control who the renter is. So it's your asset. It's nice because with my agency, when we build a website, we've got to, snap to their whip and make that website exactly how they want it. In this, it's our website. We're going to build it the right way that we know ranks, that we know Google's going to like and reward us for. And all we do is we put their logo and their company name on it. And for a company without a working website, we can give them a working website tomorrow, and they're going to pay us for that site before we ever have to pay a dime for the site. Right? We're going to build it and have it ready to go, and then they're going to pay us our fee. Then we'll launch it, and when we launch it, it's when the fee's paid and when the call tracking's paid. But they're paying for that, so they pay us to launch and build and rank our websites. Well, the nice thing is when you start getting that amount of leads, they can now the jobs with the highest margin. And now they can start to plan their growth when they know they're going to have an incoming steady stream of leads. So when we set this up, let's say it's 5,000 is his net profit. We give him 40 leads a month, and he says he can do 10 of those jobs a month. Well, that's $50,000 in net profit we're going to give him. Would he pay me $3,000 a month to get that $50,000 a month? All day long, right? All day long. So that's how this model works. I would joke with them and tell them, "You guys are ripping me off. You should be paying me more," which is true. But we want it to be fair because we want them to stay with us long term, rent that site long term, because then we don't ever have to touch it. So, if you want to know more about this, just comment more. And when I'm done with this live, I'll send you a link to get everything you need to know. But again, the rank and rent, it's digital real estate. Digital landlord has nothing to do with real estate. Think of it this way: you're building a property, but it's a digital property online. It's a website, and then you rent it out, right? When it gains value and gets leads, we rent it out to a business owner who doesn't have a website, who's starving for leads. So in our course, we show you how to do all this. We show you how to do the keyword research, the market research, how to pick the right niche in the right market, how to build the website the right way. If you don't want to build websites, that's fine. We've got hundreds of niches, templates for hundreds of niches. You just go in there and you uh, customize the template to the niche and the customer you're working with. And then we have an AI tool builder too. So you just put about a paragraph worth of information in. The AI tool will build the entire website for you. And then again, you customize it to the market and the client you're working with. So we have a formula in our course that we teach you. Again, anybody can teach you to build a website the right way and get it ranked on Google. But if you don't know how to price it the right way and then how to turn around and present it and rent it to a customer, then who cares, right? So that's our secret sauce. I started my agency in 2019, found out really quick we were really good at getting websites built the right way using SEO, getting them ranked and getting them more business. And then we became long-term partners in our clients' growth. So on the side, I started building websites in different markets and did different niches. When I started getting leads, I'd rent them out, and I kind of fine tune that whole system and put it into this course. I've got 20 plus years of corporate sales, marketing, management experience. So we give you a lot of that as well. A lot of how do you actually pitch and present. Um, but again, how do you build it? You're going to learn SEO. You're going to learn how to build the website 3 different ways. One's from scratch. 2 is just customizing our templates. And 3 is letting the AI tool builder do it for you. And the 4th option is we'll build it for you as well, right? So you're going to learn all the SEO, all the on screen, on page, off page SEO you need. You're going to learn about backlinks. You're going to learn everything you need to know. You're going to get all our contracts, all the templates we use, all the scripting, all the email scripting, everything we do. And again, the nice thing about this is you don't have to sit out there and do the post and pray every day and like you do with the master resale rights course where you're putting 2 or 3 things out a day, hoping you get 20 people in your pipeline, hoping you can maybe get 1 sale from that. On this, it's so much different. You control everything you do. You control the asset. You control the process. I like to put up, admit, I'm running a full-time agency too, but I like to put up 2 websites a month. That way I've always got 2 in a 90-day cycle. I look at the first 30 days after I go live. It's kind of Google's indexing the site, figuring out what it's about, trying to figure out what traffic to drive to that site. The second 30 days, it's picking up more leads. And that third 30 days, it's up and running. So I like to do at least 2 and have 2 in that 90-day cycle at all times, each stage of that cycle. Again, if you've never heard of Rank and Rent, just put more info in the comments. When I'm done with this, I will send you a link and you'll have everything you need to know, or you can go to the link in my profile. You can get everything you need there. And think of it as you're building a house and you're going to rent it to people. The property you're building, though, is digital. It's a website that attracts people to it. When you get those leads coming in, and even before, because we're going to teach you how to rent it before you ever spend a dime. So it's 0 out of pocket costs to start this business, 0 startup costs, because the client is going to pay you to rank and to launch and to rent your asset. And then that rental fee just grows every month and every year. So again, once you have a site up and out and rented, you don't have to touch it. It's residual passive income for life, period. And you own that asset. That's the beauty of it, right? You own it. So I don't have to post 50 things a day looking for, or 50 things a week looking for new people to maybe get in my pipeline. I'm going to put an asset out there. I'm going to build a website. I'm going to find somebody who needs a website who doesn't have one in that niche in that market. I'm going to marry the 2 together, and I'm moving on to the next one because that's going to pay me for life, right? We set it up on a subscription, and it charges at the start of every month on the 30th for the coming month, and it's just clockwork. And so our system teaches you how to do all that and how to set it all up and how to earn this passive residual income for life. So put this course together to teach other people how to do it for a couple of reasons. I spent years, 20 years in the corporate marketing sales management world. And I really enjoyed helping people, watching them grow professionally, but also making more money, watching their life change by helping them get better at what they did and make more money. And then when I started my agency, I got to do the same thing except with small business owners. I got to help them grow their business and watch them succeed when maybe they would have went out of business without some help. So this marries those 2 things for me together. I get to help you guys make more money, and you get to turn around and help those business owners grow their business.